Welcome to the May Goddess Treasures podcast, a space for spirituality, magic, personal growth, and transformation. Together we'll explore spiritual practices, life lessons, manifestation, energy work, books, and the ongoing journey of self-discovery. Thank you for joining me today. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Welcome back to the May Goddess Treasures podcast. Today we're talking about setting spiritual goals and becoming more intentional about the life you want to create. When we hear the word goals, we often think about things like money, careers, relationships, health, or major accomplishments. Those goals can absolutely be important, but we can also set goals for our inner growth and spiritual journey. A spiritual goal might be becoming more connected with yourself, trusting your intuition, practicing gratitude more often, learning something new, strengthening your spiritual practices, becoming more confident, protecting your peace, or simply making more time for yourself. The first step is asking yourself a simple question. What do I want more of in my life? Maybe you want more peace. Maybe you want more confidence. Maybe you want stronger boundaries. Maybe you want to deepen your spiritual knowledge. Maybe you want to become more consistent with meditation, journaling, manifestation, prayer, energy work, or another spiritual practice. Or maybe you're simply ready for a new chapter in your life. Once you know what you want, think about why you want it. Your reason matters. When a goal has personal meaning behind it, you're more likely to stay committed to it. For example, instead of saying, I want to meditate every day, you might say, I want to create 10 quiet minutes every morning because I want to begin my day feeling peaceful and centered. Now your goal has meaning. Another important part of setting spiritual goals is making them realistic. Sometimes we become excited about changing our lives and try to change everything at once. We create a huge list of things we're going to start doing tomorrow. Then life happens. We get busy. We miss a day. We become discouraged. And sometimes we give up completely. You don't have to transform your entire life overnight. Small changes matter. If you want to begin journaling, start with a few sentences. If you want to practice gratitude, write down 3 things you're grateful for. If you want to learn more about spirituality, spend a few minutes reading or studying something that interests you. If you're working on manifestation, take time to clearly identify what you want and what actions you can take toward it. Consistency can be more powerful than trying to do everything perfectly. It's also important to check in with yourself. Your goals are allowed to change. Something that felt important 6 months ago may no longer fit the person you're becoming today. Changing direction doesn't necessarily mean you've failed. Sometimes changing direction is evidence that you've grown. As you learn more about yourself, you may discover new interests, new boundaries, new priorities, and new dreams. That's part of the journey. Another thing I want to talk about is comparison. Your spiritual goals don't have to look like anyone else's. Social media can make it easy to look at someone else's journey and think you're behind. But you're not living their life. Your path is your own. You don't need to meditate for an hour because someone else does. You don't need to use every spiritual tool. You don't need to follow every trend. And you don't need to prove your spirituality to anyone. Choose practices that genuinely have meaning for you. Your spiritual journey should support your growth, not become another source of pressure. And remember that creating the life you want involves more than thinking about what you desire. Intentions are powerful, but actions matter too. If you want something to change, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that moves me closer to the life I want? It doesn't have to be something huge. One phone call, one application, one boundary, one page of a book, one journal entry, one new habit, one decision, one small action can become the beginning of something much bigger. Before we finish today's episode, I want to give you something to think about. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. What would you like to be different? How would you like to feel? What would you like to have learned? What would you like to have accomplished? And most importantly, who would you like to have become? You don't need to have every answer today. Choose one thing. Set your intention. Take the first step. and allow yourself to grow along the way. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this episode encourages you to think about your own spiritual goals and the life you want to create. Remember that your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Keep learning, keep growing, trust yourself, and celebrate every step forward. Thank you for listening to the May Goddess Treasures podcast. Be sure to follow for future episodes and visit maygoddesstreasures.com to learn more. Until next time, take care and be blessed.